Hello, everybody. Welcome to my first attempt at Pocket Pennant Run Baseball 2.0. I never played 1.0, so I don't have any comparisons to make to the previous versions for those veterans out there. I'm coming at this as a new player, so hopefully if you guys haven't played this before, you can relate more, kind of to where I'm going with this. There's been a couple of really good videos by Kirk Berglund and by Dave Gardner on this, but they're more experienced players. So again, coming at this from a newbie perspective. Now, the shining part of this game is actually, to me, the online things, the things you can get on the computer, all the files and everything on the computer. The base game itself without the computer is nice and has a lot of good qualities on it. It really seemed to, at least initially, seems to work well for me. But the jewel, I think, is what you can do online. And one of the things you can do online is print off a score sheet. You can go in there and set your lineups, print off the score sheet. It's got the ratings already here. So it makes it a whole lot easier. You don't have to keep referencing the player cards. In fact, we'll move these out of the way once the game starts because you won't really need these anymore because they're already on the score sheet. I do have the main things that you need: the pitcher, the batter cards, the control, and the power. And I do have the other cards off to the side: defense, base running, strategy, and rare play. One thing I didn't bring out on the unboxing is something that's kind of interesting, but it's online. It's a freebie online, but it wasn't in the physical game itself, but it is online. You can print and download and print for free, and that are the manager traits cards. So you can see here Dusty Baker, and it tells you how he does compared to other managers on stolen base attempts, sacrifice attempts, intentional walks, and relief pitching. And it gives you the little codes here about whether he does it a lot, not at all, whatever. Same thing with the Phillies manager, Rob Thompson. Same thing right here. I doubt I use that in this game, but just since I didn't print it off or didn't realize it was in the PDF form online, not in the box itself, I missed that when I was going over the game itself. So what I've got in front of me now is Game 1 of the 2022 World Series. I'm going to try to replay that and try not to make too many mistakes. If I get stuck on something, then I'll probably pause the video and research it with the rules. I do have the manager handbook handy with me. It's got all the symbols and whatnot on it. I've watched both Kirk Berglund and Dave Gardner play some of their games. So hopefully by reading the rule book and watching them, I've learned something, hopefully. I don't know. We shall see. But this is my first attempt. I was going to try to play a game before I record it, but I thought maybe it might even be better to record my first attempt at playing a game. Again, coming from the newbie perspective. So here you've got the lineups for both teams, their benches, and the bullpen guys that are available. All right. And I've got the pitcher and batter cards set to, I'm going to make sure they're set to the modern baseball, not to dead ball. And this tells me when you got all these powers down here, that means that's set to modern baseball. All right. So if we look at Justin Verlander, he is the starter for the Astros. I'll bring the card back in real quick with the pitcher side. Justin Verlander can go 6 innings before he gets tired. His pitching grade is an A. His control grade is an A, and his defense is a D. So kind of reminds me a little bit of APA with the letter grading, but this game is so much more different than APA. It's not even funny. There's so many cool little things in it that just make it seem to be fun. Like I said, I'm going to try playing it for the first time and see. I'll give you my final verdict after I play the game, but it seems initially to be pretty fun. And, the grades there seem to be fairly accurate. Like I said, I'd have to have somebody play a full season to know about the accuracy, but I think the thing that this game offers that others don't is the low amount of table space you need. The online thing where you can print off all your rosters, and they offer so many rosters out there for different years and different seasons. So once you purchase it one time, you get everything. And just the fun factor. There's a lot of things on here that aren't in other games. So, like I said, it's my first attempt to play it, so hopefully I don't butcher it too bad. We do have Kyle Schwarber, and one thing I did butcher was Schwarber's spelling on his name, which was kind of interesting. I got it spelled correctly here, but on my little running chart, I got the H and the W backwards, so forgive that. The proper spelling, I believe, is right there. So we got Schwarber leading off, and Schwarber, if we look at his numbers on the, I don't have to go to the card because I can go right here to the score sheet. He is a C batter. All right. Now, the left-right splits on the pitcher only come into play when you hit the left-right splits on the cards. So Verlander is an A pitcher, so his left-right splits, he's got 2 opportunities to have left-right splits. That's a 7 and an 8. If we don't roll a 7 and an 8 on the red die, then there will be no left-right splits to worry about. If we hit a 7 or 8 and he's facing a right-handed batter, then that batter's batting rating will reduce by 1 point. All right, so I'm going to go really slow for myself and for anybody watching. So veterans out there, this is probably going to be painfully slow, but I want to do it right. That's more important than speed, is doing it right. So let's get the initial roll going and see how this thing works out. All right, we get a 4, 5, 6. Interesting. A pitcher and a 4 is control. So we go over here to our control, and Justin Verlander's control rating is an A as well. So he's under A control, and we use the yellow die with a 5. You don't have to keep re-rolling stuff. Just use the same number. 5 is a strikeout. That's it. He strikes out Kyle Schwarber, 1 away. So that's, I'm hoping I did that correctly, and that's as simple as the at-bat needs to be. All right, here's Rhys Hoskins. He is a righty, so if we get that left-right split of a 7 and 8 on the red die, then Rhys Hoskins, who is currently a B batter, would drop to a C. But if we don't, then he keeps the B batter. All right, we get a 5, which is defense. Okay, so now we're going to the defense, and on the pitcher card, there is I'll bring it up here a little bit better. On the pitcher card, there is a defensive line, and as I believe either Kirk Berglund, I think it was Kirk Berglund that referenced this, that numbers 1 through 9 are the actual positions of the players on the score sheet, where 1's a pitcher, 2's a catcher, and so forth. And then 10, 11, 12 are the center positions that get the most chances. So to me, that's brilliant. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me. All right, so defense on number 9 is the right fielder. So we're going to the right fielder's defense, and the right fielder for Houston in this game is Kyle Tucker, and Kyle Tucker is an A defender. All right, so we go to our defensive play. We've got to bring that chart out. We'll move the picture chart out of the way. Defensive play, he is an A, so we're looking in this A category, and we're referencing the blue die, which is a 7. 7 says G/L F throw. All right, so I'm like, okay, that's hieroglyphics for somebody that hadn't played the game, so let's look at what it says. So a G/L against it. Now there's a slash here. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when there's a slash, that separates it lefty-righty for the batter, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to remember if that's the case or not. Actually, I think I'm supposed to be on this side, actually, so let me fix that. Make sure I'm on the correct side and not on the dead ball stuff. So 7 is G/L, and a G/L says ground ball, lead runner out. But we're checking the right fielder, so that means we're going over to where the fly ball stuff is. So this is a ground ball, that's a fly ball. That's what that's really about. It's not left or righty, it's ground ball, fly ball. So since we're checking the outfielder, we're doing a fly ball, and that's a fly out with a T question mark. T question mark says that if a runner was on second or third, they could attempt to move up. But since the bases are empty, it's simply just a fly out to right field. So I kind of butchered that a little bit, but hopefully they got it right. It's a fly out to right field for out number 2. That's going to bring up the catcher, JT Realmuto. Again, he's a righty, so he's an A batter, but if we hit these lefty-righty chances on the pitcher card, then he will lose that one of his grades down to a B. That's a 1, though. That's a strikeout. So caught looking. Don't have to go any further. He's just caught looking. Verlander put it in there right where he needed to be, and that's the end of the inning. Phillies go down in order 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the first, It is Philadelphia nothing, and the Astros coming to bat. And for the Phillies, on the mound, it is Aaron Nola. Nola is a B pitcher. He's a 6 for fatigue, B pitcher. His control is an A, his defense is a D. And of course, that's on the score sheet. I was just showing you. So I'm keep bringing the score sheet in all the time. All right, Jose Altuve is your leadoff batter for the Astros. He is an A batter, but again, righty versus righty. And Nola's a B pitcher. So the lefty-righty, instead of being 7 and 8, is now going to be a 6 or a 7. We'll check that left-right split. So let's see what we get. I'll just leave the pitcher card up there all the time. Probably makes the most sense to leave it there. All right. Nola, 10 goes straight to the batter card. So we're going to the batter card. And we got a 9. He is an A batter because we did not get the left-right split. So he maintains his A position. That is a 9. So on the A batter 9, that's a single. So Jose Altuve hits a leadoff single. So how about that? Leadoff single for Jose Altuve to start things off. To bring up the shortstop, Jeremy Pena, who ended up winning the MVP of the World Series, I do believe. Now, if we wanted to steal, let's look at what the chart says for stealing. Assuming I can find it. Base running play. To steal a base or tag up, roll the blue die, check the runner's speed rating, consult the base running play chart. Okay. So let's get the base running play chart because we're going to steal just so I can try it. It's not necessarily maybe the best strategy to use, but I'm more interested in getting all the things in the game that you have a chance to do to get them out there than worried about strategy for a particular at bat. So we're going to try to steal. Altuve, his run rating, speed rating is an A. All right, so it is an A, which means we're looking in this column right here. Now, outs A, out B, and out C. If we see here, out C, B, and A, that means we're checking the catcher rating to see if he falls into that category. Realmuto defensively is an A catcher. All right, so that means, according to this, if he's an A, that means he's better than B and better than C. So that means he's got all 3 covered. So since Realmuto is an A catcher, that means a 1, 2, or 3, and Altuve is out. 4 through 11, he is safe, and 12, there's an error on a throw. So I believe I'm looking at that correctly. Since Altuve is an A, we're looking at the catcher who's an A also, which means he will be out on the 1, 2, or 3 row. Anything else, he will be safe. And that's a 10, so he is safe. So Altuve stole second base, and again, I hope I did that correctly. Somebody can leave it in the comments if I didn't. So he's going to steal second base right off the bat. So he's at second base with nobody out, and the shortstop, Jeremy Pena, is your batter. Let's bring the pitcher card back up now. That's out of the way. All right, we get a 3, and again, Nola's a B, Pena is a righty, so if we get the left-righty, it will be a reduction, but we don't get the righty. We get a 3 on a B, and that's control. So we're going to the control card. So we bring the control card back out, and it's yellow, so it means we're going to the yellow die of a 7. His control for an Aaron Nola is an A. So A7 means a strikeout. So he strikes out Jeremy Pena for 1 away. 1 down, and that's going to bring up Yordan Alvarez. He is a lefty, so there's no chance of a left-right affecting anything. That's a 5, which is defense. All right, 7. So defense 7 is the left fielder. So we're checking the left fielder, Schwarber, and Schwarber's defensive rating is an A. I didn't think it was that good of a defense, but that's the way he's rated, so I'm not going to argue it. So we go to A on the defensive chart. We go to A, and that's a 7. So 7 says it was a ground ball GL, but we're looking at an F here. Now there is a T question mark. So that means he could move up. So there is a fly out to left field for out number 2. That's established. The question is, would Altuve try to run? And I don't know if there's anything about... let's see, let's look at the base running play chart is where we're looking at this point. Altuve is an A. The arm of the left fielder Schwarber is or his defense is an A. So don't go by arm, just go by his overall defense. So that's an A. So according to this, once again, it's the same as a steal. If we get a 1, 2, or 3, he would be safe. Anything else? I'm sorry, he'd be out. Anything else, he'd be safe. Just intuitively, it seems like since it went to the left fielder, there ought to be some reduction there because the left fielder is closer to third base. That's something you could probably homebrew. So I might homebrew something like that and probably knock off one of the safe traits. So I'm going to say as a homebrew, 1 through 4, he will be out. Anything else, he'll be safe. So that's just a little homebrew, but I mean, it's not officially in the rule, but I'm doing it as a homebrew because it went to left field and the throw is going to third base, and typically that's a shorter throw. So I'm just homebrewing that. See what happens. We get a 5, so he's going to be safe anyway, despite my homebrew. He is safe. So Altuve moves up to third base, but now there are 2 outs. So 2 outs and a runner at third. And we'll bring our pitcher card back out, and the batter is going to be Alex Bregman. He's a righty, so he's a B batter, but if we get the splits, he would drop to a C. 3, though, is going to be defense. So we're going under defense again. Bring out the defensive chart. It's a 2, which means we're checking the defense of the catcher, Realmuto. And Realmuto's defensive rating is an A. So we come over here to an A rating defender. That's a 10. 10 says G dot. So a G dot says grounder, batter out at first, runner's advance. So Altuve would score, but that's the third out. So it's going to be a 2-3 grounder to end the inning. Like I said, Altuve would have scored had there been less than 2 outs, but there weren't. So 1 inning is in the books, and we got no score here from Minute Maid Park. Now, it's one thing I noticed about the game. It just, at least I couldn't find it. Maybe it's out there somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I don't believe there's any ballpark effects. So whether that matters to you or not, I don't know, but I didn't see any, and it's probably not that big a deal anyway. But just in case you were curious or were asking, I could not find anything that mentioned ballpark effects. All right. Verlander back on the mound will be facing Bryce Harper. 2 he's an A pitcher. 2 is a strikeout, so he strikes out Bryce Harper, 1 away. Harper is gone for Castellanos. 12, and it's going to the batter card. So Castellanos batting is a B. So we go to our batter card. He is a B, and that's an 11. B11 is a power check. Okay, we go to the power card now. So now we go to our power card, and Castellanos' power is a C. So we're looking under C and check the blue die. It's a 4. C4 is a single. So nobody's on base. Had somebody been on base, that single plus would have been potentially extra bases for the base runners, but nobody was on. But now Castellanos is on with that single. So 1 out single for Castellanos. And Verlander now will face Alec Bohm. 8 is going to be a left-right split. Bohm is a righty. He's an A batter. He will now drop to a B batter. So we go to the batter card under B. He's a 4. B4 is a fly to center field. So, simple as that. He flies out. There's 2 down. All right, now had he not had to lose that, that would have been an A4, and the runner could have moved up on the throw, but that's about the only difference that there was in that particular chance. So 2 down, and that brings up Bryson Stott, shortstop. He is a lefty. 9 is going to the batter card, so we go to our batter card. Stott is a C batter. C batter, and that's a 5. So a C5 is a fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. So that's going to end the inning. I almost wish I was doing this live so I could get instantaneous feedback on what I'm doing wrong, but I'm taking a chance that I'm doing it somewhat correctly. I realize that's a big chance sometimes, but sometimes you take chances doing these things. Of course, that's what the comments are for, so veteran players can tell me where my errors are. Here's Kyle Tucker. He's going to lead it off. He's a lefty, so no worry about left-right splits against Mr. Nola. Nola being a B pitcher, B6. And that would have been a left-right split chance, but he is a lefty, so there's no reduction there. We'll go straight to the batter card. And the batter card for Kyle Tucker, he is a batter of B. So B, and that's a 7. B7 is a ground ball to second base. So he's out of there as Segura puts it away. 1 up and 1 down. And that's going to send us now to Yuli Gurriel. He is a righty. 12 is the batter card. So we go up to the batter card. And Gurriel's batting rating is a B. B, and that's a 10. B10 is going to be a single for Gurriel. So he just missed the power check, which would have been 11 and 12. Instead, he gets a 1-out single for Yuli Gurriel. He will be on base. And now that sends up Trey Mancini, the designated hitter. He is a D batter. And that's as low as you can go. So even the left-right split's not going to bother him because he's already as low as you can go. 5 for B pitcher is defense. So we go to our yellow die, which is a 5 as well, which means we're checking the defense of the third baseman, Alec Bohm. All right, Bohm for his defense. Bohm is a D. Not good. Oh, and I just picked up the blue die. I picked up the dice by mistake. See, I made a mistake already. Picked up the dice, so I don't even know what the roll was. So I'm going to re-roll the blue die. I got to remember not to do that. I'm so used to re-rolling for defensive checks on other games, so gotta pay attention on that. All right, that's a 2. So defense and a 2. Defense, he is a D and a 2. D and a 2 is a G/L, and a G/L on the thing here says ground ball, lead runner out. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. Going to go 5-4. And Trey Mancini will be the new runner at first base. So it's a 5-4 fielder's choice as Bohm throws to Segura for the out, but they can't turn the double play. There are now 2 outs. And that's going to take it to McCormick, center fielder. Chas McCormick, he is a righty and a B hitter. That's an 11, which goes to his batter card. So he's a B hitter, and that's an 11. B and 11 is a power. So we're going to our power card. McCormick power rating is a C, and that's a 6. So C and a 6 is a double with these couple of asterisks there. So according to the chart, double with 2 asterisks means number of bases all runners advance. So that means it's a 2-base advancement. Mancini does not get a chance to score, but it is a double from Chas McCormick, and all of a sudden the Astros have 2 on with 2 outs, looking to dent the scoreboard for the number 9 hitter, Martin Maldonado. That's a 6. B pitcher 6 is the left-right split. Maldonado is a righty, so he's already a D, so he can't go any lower than that. So we'll keep the D rating for Maldonado. That's a 9. That is a 9 under D. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Runners would have advanced, but that's the 3rd out. So it's going to end the inning. And Nola pitches out of it. So 2 innings in the books. Still no score from Houston. All right. That will bring up for the Phillies, Gene Segura to lead it off. Righty on righty. He's an A, but he would be a B if we roll a 7 or an 8. And it's a 5, which is defense. So defense, and the yellow die is a 12, which means we're going to the center fielder. In this case, that's McCormick. McCormick's defense is an A. So we go to our defensive play for an A. A defender with an 11 is a fly ball with a possible runner moving up on a throw, but bases are empty, so it doesn't matter. That's 1 away. Fly ball to center field, and Segura is out of there. Brings up Brandon Marsh. That's a 10, and that's the batter card. So we're going to the batter card for Brandon Marsh, and Marsh is an A batter. All right, Marsh is an A batter, and that is a 9. A9 is a single, so Brandon Marsh gets himself a 1-out single. Brandon Marsh. Now, his speed is only a C, so we're not going to try any shenanigans as far as stealing. We're going to let Kyle Schwarber see what he wants to do. Verlander struck out Schwarber his first chance. That's a 12. We're going to the batter card. Schwarber's batter rating is a C. C5. C5 is a fly to right, and that's 2 down. So Schwarber is out of there. 2 down. So 2 away, and that's going to send us to Rhys Hoskins. That's a 10. It's batter card 2. Rhys Hoskins' batter rating is a B. B and a 2 is a ground ball to first. It would be a double play, but since there are already 2 outs, we're just going to say it's first base unassisted to end the inning. So no score again for the Phillies. We go to the bottom of the third. No score from Houston. Top of the order, and Altuve. Altuve single and stole second his first time up, but was stranded at third when the inning was over. 11 is batter. 8. Altuve is a batter rating of A, and we got an 8. 8 and A is a single. So single for Jose Altuve. He is 2 for 2. Is Mr. Altuve. And since he stole last time, why not try it again? So we go to our base running play. Again, I am homebrewing it since the catcher is an A defender. I am going to knock this down one extra time. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was for the throw from left. The steal will stay the same. 1, 2, or 3, he makes it. Or 1, 2, 3, he's out. Anything else, he makes it. It's a 3, he got thrown out. So Altuve got greedy, and Realmuto threw him out. So just when I was thinking steals were easy, game proves otherwise. That out is recorded 2-4 as with the righty at the bat in Pena. That was the second baseman, Segura, covering. So 1 down, and here comes Pena. Struck out his first chance. 7, B7, and that is a left-right split. Pena is a right-hander, so he does lose one. He goes from a B to a C. So go to our batter chart. He is now a C. That's a 5. C5 is a fly to right. So B5, C5 wouldn't have made any difference in this case with nobody on, but it could have had runners been on. But instead, it is a fly to right. 2 down. Keep moving this card out of the way. I got to get used to what cards to leave there and what cards to stay and what cards to move. Right now, here's Yordan Alvarez. 2 out, space is empty. 12 is batter. Alvarez, though, with a 2 is probably not going to do very well. A batter and a 2 is a ground ball to short. So in case it wasn't, I think it was mentioned by both Dave Gardner and Kirk Berglund that low numbers for the batter are not good, and high numbers for the pitcher are not good. High numbers for the batter are very good. So I think that's what was mentioned there, but I could be wrong. So anyway, Alvarez is out, and 3 innings are in the books, and there's still no score from Houston. So we go to the top of the 4th, and due up for the Phillies is JT Realmuto. Got caught looking his first time up. 4 is control, so we're going to our control card for Verlander. His control rating is an A. That's an 11. A11 is going to be a walk, so even though you would think he has decent control with the A rating, he does end up walking Mr. Realmuto. So a leadoff walk to JT starts the 4th inning. Realmuto, no threat to run. Actually, his speed is an A. I take it back. He is a threat to run. The catcher, Martin Maldonado, is an A as well. So again, if we go back to our base running play, then we would say 1, 2, or 3, he's out. Anything else, he would be safe. So why not try it? 10, he's safe. So Realmuto steals second base. That can be huge. Gets into scoring position with nobody out. and Bryce Harper, the batter. Verlander in a little bit of trouble, potentially. Sorry about that. 6 is defense, so we're going to defensive check. And a 1 is we're checking the defense of Verlander himself. Verlander's defense is only a D, not good at all. D, that's a 3. D and a 3 is a G with a dot behind it, which means it's a ground ball to first and runners advance, as long as they're not on third. Runner on third would have held if it went to the catcher, but in this case, Realmuto will move up to third base. On the ground out, it's going to go 1 to 3 for out number 1. Now, the other part of this game is about, I don't remember seeing anything about infield in. There probably is something on there, but I just haven't seen it. So, need to take a look on here and see if there's anything that talks about that. Like I said, there probably is. I just don't see it. Infield, if less than 2 outs and run on third, defense may call infield in. When in effect, all right, so I'm just showing to you right here. When in effect, GDP, GDP plus, and GTP become GL and G. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We'll play the infield in and just take a chance that the next batter, Castellanos, doesn't hit one of those results, but we shall see. Verlander, 2 is the strikeout. Doesn't matter. He's an A pitcher. That's a strikeout, out number 2. So we don't need to worry about the infield in anymore, as Verlander took care of it on his own, but it is in there. So in case people were curious, it is in there. All right, so 2 down, and that's going to leave it all up to Alec Bohm. Verlander, 12 is batter, and that's a 1 though, so probably not good for Bohm. Bohm is an A batter, but it may not matter. That's a G4 with a would have been a double play had the situation been correct, but it's just a G4 that ends the inning. So Realmuto left at third base, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, still no score, and that'll send up Alex Bregman. 7, B7 is a left-right split. Bregman is a righty, so he is a B batter. He will drop to a C. So it's a C batter. That's a 6. C and a 6 is a fly to left. In fact, I'll just go ahead and leave both. I think I'm going to leave these 2 cards out there for now. So a fly to left, 1 away, and that will bring up Kyle Tucker. 5 is going to be defense for a B pitcher, Nola, so it is a defense. So we're going to bring the defensive chart out. And the 12 says it's center fielder. So in this case, it is McCormick being tested. I'm sorry, it is Marsh being tested. He is an A defender. So A defender, and the blue die is a 5. A defender says it is a fly out. It says G/LF. Now, that doesn't tell me where the fly out is, though, does it? Let's see here. G/L, or it was just an F. Oh, it flew to center. Duh. I'm checking the defense. What am I talking about? I don't need to. I drew a blank there for a second. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you play a new game. You got other games in your head that you're used to playing, and you're thinking you got to look for something that you don't need to look for. So it happens. Just be patient with me, please. All right. Nola now. 2 is, he's a B pitcher, so it is under control. So we're going to the control quality of Nola. His control is an A. That's an 11. A11, though, is going to be a walk. So even though he is an A control rating, he couldn't help but walk Mr. Gurriel. So Gurriel reaches base for the 2nd time, this time via a walk. 2-out walk to Gurriel. And that'll send up Trey Mancini. That is a 3 as a B pitcher, more control again. And again, his control is an A. That's a 9. A9 is going to be another walk. So we're getting those high numbers, and that's producing some walks here. So back-to-back walks issued by Nola, and a 2-out rally by the Astros. And that will take it to Chas McCormick, who doubled his first chance. See if he can do it again. Against Nola, 12 is the batter card. So we're going to the batter card. And McCormick is a B batter. B and a 3, though. It's going to be a ground ball to third, lead runner. So we're going to say he just steps on the bag for the force. Since there were runners on first and second, I guess you could do it either way you want. You could say he threw to second, got the force play on Mancini, or you can say he stepped on the bag. It really doesn't matter, unless you want to keep really detailed defensive stats. I'm actually going to say it's a fielder's choice, and he threw it to second base 5-4 for the force play to end the inning. Like I said, it really doesn't matter. We go to the 5th. Still no score from Houston. As I drop one of these 12, you've got 12 sides on you. You think I'd be able to hold 12-sided die, but it happens. All right, top of the 5th, Bryson Stott, the batter. 3 is control for an A pitcher. Verlander's control is also an A. That's a 2. That's a strikeout looking. Caught looking. So Stott takes the K, 1 away, for Gene Segura. 7, that is a left-right split. Segura is a righty. He's an A batter. He will now drop to a B batter since the left-right split came into play. So he's a B batter now. That's a 1, so it really doesn't matter. G6 would have been a double play, but in this case, it didn't matter. Nobody was on base. It's just a ground ball to short. And Pena takes care of it. 2 down for Brandon Marsh. 3, and that's control. So we're going to our control check. He is an A control pitcher with a 7, and that's another strikeout. So strikeout once again by Verlander, and he retires the Phillies in order. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still no score. And we got to worry about getting closer to the fatigue ratings now. Let's go back to the team cards. Nola can go 6 innings, and Verlander 6 innings. But I think it has to do with runs allowed. Since they don't have any runs allowed, I believe they will keep the ratings even after 6 innings. So, but I want to keep true to the game, and I think in the World Series they've pretty much capped them at 6 innings. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and let them pitch 6 innings, and that's going to be it. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Maldonado to lead it off for Houston against Mr. Nola. 10 is the batter card. 7, let's see, he is a D batter. D7 is a fly ball to center field, 1 away. So Maldonado flies out to Marsh in center field for 1 away. Top of the order, Altuve, he is 2 for 2. 6 is going to be the left-right split. He is an A batter, so he drops to a B batter. That's a 12. B and a 12 is the power check. So we're going to our power numbers for Altuve. His power numbers. Let's make sure I got the right power numbers in here. Modern baseball. Power numbers for Altuve. He is a power of A, and that is a 2. An A and a 2 is going to be a single, so he needs those high numbers to get a home run, but he does get a single. He is now 3 for 3. He is Altuve. And since I try to steal with him twice, I'm going to go ahead and say that he can't get a jump and just leave him there. And let's see what happens the rest of the way. Here's Pena. 9 is the batter card. Pena with his batter card. Pena's batter rating is a B. That's a 4. B4 is a fly to center, no move up. So Altuve has to hold where he is on the fly to center. 2 down for Yordan Alvarez. That is a 5, and that is going to be defense. And number 4 says we're checking the defense rating of Segura, the second baseman. Segura is defensively a B. So defense and a B. Make sure, again, I've got the right number in here. Yeah, I do. Right side, I mean. So defense and a B, and that's a 6. That says G/L to get the lead runner, but there's 2 outs already, so almost doesn't matter where they go with the play. But they're going to say that Segura flips for the force to shortstop. They go 4 to 6 on the fielder's choice, and we're still scoreless. We go into the 6th inning, no score. No score here into the 6th. Leading off for the Phillies will be the top of the order and Kyle Schwarber. Verlander. 6 is that's defense. And the defense 10 is the second baseman. That's Altuve. His defensive rating is a C. So Altuve is a C. That's a 6. C6 is a ground ball out. So runners would have advanced, but with bases empty, none of that matters. Schwarber is retired. And we go to the next batter, Rhys Hoskins. That's a 6. Defense again, and this is 11, so we're going to the shortstop, Pena. Pena's defensive rating is an A. So defensive play A, and that's a 4. It's a ground ball, so it would have been a double play, but with nobody on, it's just simply a 6-3 ground out. 2 down for Realmuto. 4 is control. So we go to control check. He's an A, but that's a 10, so again, another walk. So Verlander getting some bad luck on these rolls for control. He is hitting those high numbers, producing walks. So Realmuto will walk. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper. 9 is batter card. Harper is a batter rating of A, and that's a 2. So an A and a 2 is a ground ball to short. They get the lead runner, so it's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the inning. And the Phillies go quietly through 6 innings. Verlander has shut them out through 6. And I think it's going to be all for Verlander, though, because I kind of want to keep true to what they did in real life. So that's it for Verlander. And for Nola, he'll be the same way. This will be his final inning. He is facing Alex Bregman to lead things off. And let's see what we have. 7 is the left-right split. He is a righty, so we're going to reduce Bregman down to a C batter, and that is a 9. C batter 9 is still going to be a single for Alex Bregman. So Bregman, lead-off single. And now the Philly bullpen might start to loosen a bit. They do have Alvarado, the lefty, loosening, as well as right-hander Robertson. But right now it's going to be Kyle Tucker. I don't know where we got Preston Tucker from. Kyle Tucker. 9, and that is the batter card. 6, Tucker is a B batter. 6 and a B is a fly to left field. Chance to move up on the throw, I believe. Let's take a look here. F with a T question mark. Oh, not a T question mark. It's plain T. Fly out. If runners on second, third, tag up one base, but they're not. He's on first, so he cannot tag up. So it's just going to be a fly out to left. And there's one away. That kind of makes sense. You wouldn't really tag up from first on a play like that, most likely. So there's one away, and that brings up Gurriel, first baseman. 8, and that is the batter card. That's an 11. Gurriel is a B batter. B11 is the power check. So we're going to our power numbers for Gurriel, and Gurriel is a power of B. That's a 6, B6, and we got a double 2 stars. So that means Bregman's going to stop at third, and Yuli Gurriel with a big double, 1-out double from Gurriel, and the Astros now finally with a very good chance to score and break this tie as Trey Mancini is coming up to the plate. Question is, do you stick with Nola, or do you go to the bullpen? Infield is going to have to play in. They're going to go ahead, since it's a righty-on-righty matchup, they're going to go ahead and let Nola have at Mancini. 11 is batter card. 6, Mancini is a D. D6 is a fly to left, but there's no T behind it. That means it was not deep enough to score the run. So it's simply a shallow fly to left for out number 2. And Chas McCormick, it's up to McCormick to get it done with 2 outs. Runners at second and third. 8, and that is the batter card. 9, McCormick is a B batter. B9 is going to be a single 2 stars, and that will score both runs. So maybe Nola just lost some gas there, and all of a sudden it's 2-0. Favor the Astros on the 2-run single from Chas McCormick. And that's going to do it that is going to do it for Nola. He is going to leave the ball game. And with Martin Maldonado, a righty, coming on, they're going to go to David Robertson. Robertson's pitching rating, he is a B pitcher, C control, and A defense. So BCA. So Robertson will get the call. He is a righty. And again, it is a B, C, and an A. B pitcher, just like Nola was. Facing Maldonado. Oh, got to put McCormick on base for his single. 2-out single. Makes it 2-0 favor the Astros. The pitch 2 is control. And that's a 10. So his control rating is a C. C and a 10 is actually going to be... C and a 10 is actually going to be a hit by pitch. So he will hit Maldonado. Not a good start for Robertson. He hits Maldonado. Keeps the inning going. Back to the top of the order for Altuve. And the Phillies got to make sure this thing does not get away from them. 2 on, 2 outs. Altuve, the batter, against Robertson. A B and 2 is control. That's a 12. And again, Robertson with his control was a C. C and a 12 is a wild pitch. Runners advance. So I believe on that one, it is. I think you just re-roll it. I don't believe there's a walk involved. I think it's a walk if nobody's on base. Let's see, if runners on wild pitch, runners advance, re-roll at bat. Yep, that's what we do. So it's a wild pitch. So he's having some issues as he wild pitches the runners into scoring position. And you got to wonder now what Rob Thompson is maybe thinking. He might be thinking he needs to go to the bullpen again. And he is. He's going to bring in Brogdon, another righty. So Brogdon's going to come on. And if we go to the pitcher card now, Robertson was not on the original printed card. I had to go online to get him, but I did get his ratings and just did some editing and adding to the roster and subtracting from the roster and so forth. Because when they made these cards, they didn't know who's going to be in the World Series, who the rosters are going to be or whatever. So that's what we did. But Brogdon's right here. He is here. He's a B, A, and an A. So that one I was able to figure out. He is a B, A, and an A. So Robertson is gone, and Brogdon is on to try to get that final out. Final out chance to go as he is facing. They take him out mid at bat against Altuve. Through that wild pitch, he's coming right out. So this at bat will belong, I believe, to Robertson if Altuve gets a hit. I believe the at bat will be charged to Robertson. If Brogdon gets him out, it'll be credited to Brogdon. I believe that's how it's done when you come in halfway in the middle of an at bat. But we'll see. Let's take the control out and get the pitcher card back out. He again is a B pitcher. 12, that's the batter card. 5 for Altuve, who was an A. A5 is a fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. So Brogdon gets him out of the rest of the inning, but 2 runs come across, and at the end of 6, it's the Astros 2 and the Phillies nothing. And Verlander now is going to be credited with the victory if they hold on and don't lose the lead. He would be the pitcher of decision. And speaking of decisions, they are going to go to Montero out of the bullpen. So Rafael Montero will take over for Verlander. And Montero, you look at his ratings on the Houston card. Montero is an A, B, and a D. So he's an A pitcher, B control, and D defense, and he is a righty. He's got 1 for his fatigue, but that's the way they used him. When they got this part of the game, they kind of went, the same 3 pitchers to finish out the last 3 innings. So I'm going to play it the same way. So top of the 7th we go, and it'll be Nick Castellanos, the batter. Singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th against Montero. That's a 9. Montero is an A pitcher as a 9. We still go to the batter card. That's a 2, though. And the batter, Castellanos, is a B. 2 and a B is a ground ball to first. Easy play for Gurriel. 1 down. That will send us to Alec Bohm. That is an 8. That is a left-right split. Bohm is a righty, so he drops from an A to a B. B batter and a 6. B batter and a 6 is a fly to left. 2 down. And that's going to send us to Mr. Bryson Stott, who is a lefty. 3 is control. 12 on the control chart is a walk. So he will walk Stott. 2-out walk to Stott. And the tying run now is coming to the plate in Gene Segura. Segura's 0 for 2. Let's see, Stott. Speed's a B. I'm not going to send him. So 3 is control. That's a 12. That will be a wild pitch on a control A that Montero is. I'm sorry, control B. It's a wild pitch. So wild pitch is going to move Stott up to second base. Didn't have to steal. He just got there on a wild pitch. So wild pitch by Montero. And still at bat is Segura. 11 is batter. 10. And Segura is an A batter. 10A batter is the power check. So we'll go to our power card. And Segura's power is only a D. That's a 10. D and a 10, though, is going to be a double plus with the 3 stars. So I do believe that's going to score. Well, Stott's at second, so he would score anyway. It's a 2-1 ball game as Segura has just doubled home a run and cut the lead to 2-1. All this with 2 outs. Montero got the first 2 out, but now it's having issues. And Marsh is your batter, the lefty Marsh. Now, if you bring in a lefty to face Marsh, they would pinch hit with Verlaine and move him in center field as a righty. So it's just a matter of who you want to face. But I think the Astros want to do that. So Montero's coming out, and Will Smith will be coming on, the lefty. And that's going to force a move on the Phillies' part. So let's look at our cards. Will Smith, a lefty, is a BAA. So he's a B pitcher, A control, and A defense. Marsh will be coming out. Oops, wrong side. Marsh will be coming out, and well, he's not on here, but he is on the online one. So let's get... Actually, it's not going to be Verlaine. It's going to be Sosa. Sosa is actually going to be the one pinch hitting. It will be Sosa. So let's get Sosa. Get his numbers. He's not on the card, but he was online. Oh, no, I'll take it back. It will be Verlaine because Verlaine can play center field. I don't know why I was thinking Sosa. Verlaine's right here. He's a C, B, A. So Verlaine is a C, a B, and an A. So he's C batter, C batter, B power, A for his defense. No, wait a minute. Let me make sure I got it right here. Verlaine is a B batter, C power, B batter, C power, B batter, and a C power. Okay. And he is a righty. So that is, I guess it's pronounced Verlaine. Verlaine. I don't remember how it's pronounced. Let's see. The rest of he's a B on his speed and D and an A on his defense. All right, so he will be pinch hitting against Will Smith. And Smith, again, is a B pitcher. So B pitcher Smith against Verlaine. So let's make the correction here. Verlaine now will pinch hit and stay in the game to play center field. And Will Smith on for the Astros. Try to protect a 2-1 lead as the Phillies have cut in that lead. Now it's 2-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Smith 12 is batter card 5. And Verlaine is a batter of C. I'm sorry, B. He's a B batter. That's a 5. B5 is a fly to right. That's going to end the inning. And Will Smith gets the job done. And he will leave the game. He just was in there to face the one batter. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Score still remained, or now it becomes 2-1 Houston after 7. After 6.5, we go to the bottom of the 7th for the Astros to bat. Phillies will. Do they want to keep Brogdon in there, or do they want to make some moves? Actually, they're going to bring in. They're actually going to bring in Ranger Suarez, which is what they did. Even though he's a starter, they brought him in real life in Game 1. So I'm going to bring in Ranger Suarez, and Ranger Suarez checks in as a B pitcher, C control, and A defense. So he's a B pitcher, C control, and A defense for Ranger Suarez. And he'll be on to face Pena, Alvarez, and Bregman. Pena, Alvarez, and Bregman. Pena, B batter against the lefty Suarez. 6. And Suarez again is a B pitcher. 6 is the left-right split, but he's a righty, so no effect there. So we go straight to the batter card. Pena is a B, and that's a 1. It's a ground ball to short. 1 away. So 1 down. And that's going to take it to Yordan Alvarez. So now Suarez will have the platoon advantage in certain roles. 10, not in this role though. 10 is a batter card. That's a 9. And Alvarez batting rating is an A. 9 and A is a single for Alvarez. So Yordan Alvarez says, bring on the lefties all you want. I'm going to get a hit, which he does. So Alvarez, his first hit of the game. And that will send up Alex Bregman. 9, and he's a B pitcher. That goes to the batter card. That is also a 9. And a 9 on the batter card of Bregman, who was a B. 9 and a B is a single with 2 dots, which means that's 2 stars. So Alvarez goes to third. So how about that? Runners on the corners now with only 1 out. And they're going to play for the, I think they're going to play for the double play with Kyle Tucker coming up. Lefty on lefty matchup. They're going to play for the double play. They're playing halfway for the double play. Lefty on lefty matchup. 4 with a B pitcher is defense. And 9 says we're checking the right fielder. In this case, that is Castellanos. Castellanos' defense is an A. So we go to defense, and it's an A6. A6 says just a fly out, no advancement. So runner cannot advance. There's no T there. There's no question mark T. It's just an F. And when it's an F, there's no advancement. So fly to right for out number 2. It's a shallow fly to right, not deep enough to score the run. 2 down for Gurriel. And with Gurriel coming on a right-hander, they will go to the bullpen once again and bring on Sir Anthony Dominguez. So Sir Anthony Dominguez is going to come on to pitch. Try to keep the score where it is with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th of a 2-1 Astros lead, but Astros with runners on the corners. Gurriel the batter. And Dominguez, his ratings, look at his card, or the team card. Dominguez checks in right here as a B pitcher, B control, and A defense. So Dominguez pitching now to Gurriel. And Gurriel had that big double his first time up. Or his last time up, I should say. 10-10. Oh, look at this. Rare play. Right off the bat. Rare play. 10-10-10. When you get triples, it's a rare play. Now, let me go to the rare play chart with injuries, because I'm going to do injuries. So rare play with injuries. Since I'm going on a rare play, let me look at the rare play result. Let's see here. All right, it says rare plays occur when all dice land on the same number. That number determines what row to consult the play column. If a play is not acceptable or does not resolve an at-bat, re-roll. All right, so this says 10. We got 10, so we're talking about a pass ball here. Let's see, signs get crossed up. Signs get crossed up. Runners advance 1 base. So we got a pass ball on Riamuto. And that's horrible for the Phillies because that gives a free run to the Astros. They now lead it 3-1. Well, you bring in Sir Anthony Dominguez to shut the door and keep anything else from happening. You get a pass ball out for your trouble out of Realmuto. Devastating if you're the Phillies. Now you're down 3-1 against that Astro bullpen, which can be really tough. So now Dominguez still hasn't faced a batter yet. He's going to be facing Gurriel again. Hopefully not a rare play if you're the Phillies. We get a 6. 6 is a B pitcher 6. That's the left-right split. He does get that advantage, so Gurriel will drop to a C. That's a 7. C7 is a fly to center field. That's going to end the inning. But damage done on that pass ball. Rare play. And we go to the top of the 8th. I'll show the score sheet real quick. Kind of messy on my side, but there's your line score. 3-1 Astros after 7. And now the Astros will go to their bullpen, and they will bring on Abreu, the right-hander. He's usually the setup guy for Presley. So Abreu, looking at his ratings, Abreu is ABD. So he's A pitcher, B control, D defense. But the A pitcher is what's most important. And he'll be facing the top of the order, Schwarber, Hoskins, and Realmuto here in the top of the 8th. 3-1 Astros. 2, that's a strikeout. As an A pitcher, that is a strikeout. So he strikes out Schwarber, 1 away. That will send up Rhys Hoskins. 3, that's control check. That's a 7. His control is a B. B control 7 is a walk. So Abreu will walk Rhys Hoskins, and now the tying run is coming to the plate in the form of JT Realmuto, who has walked twice himself this game. 1 is a called strikeout, so we got caught looking. 2 down, and it's up to Bryce Harper to get it done. 7 is the left-right split, but Harper's lefty, so no worries there. 3 on the batter card, and he is an A batter. A batter and a 3 is just a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So, unfortunately for the Phillies, they come up empty. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-1 in favor of the Astros. And now Presley is loosening the pen for the top of the 9th. But right now, we got the bottom of the 8th. And Dominguez, since he only faced 1 batter, is still going to stay in there to face Mancini. 9 is for a B pitcher. 9 is the batter card. 4, and Mancini is a D batter. D4 is a ground ball to first, handled by Rhys Hoskins. 1 away. That will send up Chas McCormick. 9, and that is the batter card. 3, McCormick is a B. 3B is a ground ball to third. Easy play for Bohm. 2 down for the catcher, Martin Maldonado. 11, and that is the batter card. 5, he's a D batter, and that is a ground ball to third to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 turned in by Dominguez. He retired all 4 he faced. But we go to the 9th. It is a 3-1 Astro lead, and Ryan Presley will be coming on to try to close it for the Astros. He'll be facing Castellanos, Bohm, and Stott. At least those are the scheduled hitters. And for the Astros, Presley is a B pitcher, A control, and A defense. Presley trying to close the deal against the Phillies. 3-1 Astros, top of the 9th. Castellanos the batter. 4, that is a defensive check. And 12 says we're checking the center fielder. Center fielder in this case is McCormick. McCormick's defense is an A. We go to our defensive play for an A, and that's a 3. And it's just a fly out to center field. So 1 down, easily done there by McCormick. 1 away, and here's Alec Baum. for Alec Boehm. Not sure how it's pronounced. 9 on a B pitcher is the batter card. That's a 7. Boehm checks in as an A batter. 7 on an A batter is a single for Boehm. So Boehm gets a single, keeping the Phillies' hopes alive. The tying run is now at the plate in Stott. Although Stott has not done well. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. They could bring in Sosa if they wanted to, but Stott's the C batter. Let's see about Sosa. Sosa checks in. How is his batter rating? Sosa's he's an A batter, so we're going to pinch hit with. They're going to pinch hit for Stott with Sosa because he is an A batter. Even though it's going righty, we're losing the advantage on platoon lefty righty, but we're going for a better batter. So that means that Sosa is now your batter to pinch hit here in the top of the 9th. 10 is the batter card. 3, he is an A batter. That's a fly to left. So fly to left for out number 2. 2 down. Had we left Stott in there as a C batter with a 3, that would have been a double play to end the game. So maybe that's why we did that. I don't know. Maybe we just got lucky. It's hard to say. All right, so last chance for the Phillies. It is Mr. Gene Segura. Segura did have an RBI double his last time up. Presley, 3 is the control check. 7 on the control, and Presley's an A control pitcher, and that's a strikeout, and there's your ball game. Ryan Presley strikes out Segura to end it, and there's your final score in this first attempt at Pocket Pennant Baseball 2.0. Like I said, hopefully I did it correctly. Let me go through the score sheet and give you some. First, I'll pause the video. Then I'll just keep it going. Why not? If I pause the video, I might mess it up. So let's look at my messy score sheet. Might as well. Full disclosure, messy score sheet as it is. All right. For the Phillies, and we know they got 1 run. I don't believe any. Let's see. There was 1 error, I think. Was an error made? I don't think there was any errors made. Now that I think about it, I think it was a clean game. I don't remember seeing any errors being made, so I think both teams got no errors. And of course, the Astros had the 3 runs. Let's check the hits. Hits 1, 2, 3, 4. Phillies only had 4 hits from what I gather, and the Astros had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got the Astros for 10 hits. So unofficially, I have the Astros defeating the Phillies here in Game 1 of the World Series by the score of 3-1. Winning pitcher was Justin Verlander. The loser was Aaron Nola, and the save to Ryan Presley. So there's my first attempt at Pocket Pennant Run baseball from a newbie. Any comments you give me where I played something incorrectly, it's a learning process, so I would appreciate any comments about something I might have done wrong. I do think it's a fun game. Whether it's for you or not, that's up for you to decide. I do think it's really unique the way it's done and the way it's formatted. I had a lot of fun playing this game. And like I said, the real jewel, I think, online piece, or the computer piece, where you can download all these rosters and from all the different seasons and whatnot, and I just think it's a really neat feature. I mean, even without that, if you just had the cards and stuff, it'd be pretty good. But I think by having the PC version of it and being able to download all that stuff, I think is really, really good. Creators Matt and Craig did a great job on this. Like I said, I don't have any experience with Pocket Pennant 1 version 1, so I don't know about if you already have Pocket Pennant version 1, is it worth an upgrade to Pocket Pennant 2? I would think so, because from what I've heard in the past, they've added some little tweaks and whatnot. So I would think it would be worth the upgrade, but that's just me. The instructions are all pretty easy. Like I said, it didn't take me long to get the flow of the game. Some of the things I had to look up just to make sure that I didn't do it incorrectly, but hopefully these are all done correctly. I would check out the game if you're looking for something new and a little bit different. It's pretty cool. And like I said, it's one of the things is it's the size of it. It's very, if you need to travel, very easy to travel with, because you would have all this stuff right here, and very low footprint on the table. And if you're carrying a game, instead of carrying around like a big huge game box, this is all you have. You can literally put it in your pocket, hence the name Pocket Pennant Run. So I hope you enjoyed that presentation. I did my best. Hopefully, Matt and Craig, I did it justice. I hope so. Between the unboxing and this one, I'm sure I will be playing some more. Probably be playing a lot more offline to get honed up into the rules and where it can be more seamless and I can play this game quicker. And maybe when I do that, I'll put another video out where I'm actually playing it at normal speed, where I'm not having to question myself on certain things and whatnot. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this. I'm recording it on November the 12th on Saturday. Might post this on Sunday. Might post it tonight. I haven't decided yet. We'll have to wait and see. I may do it. I probably will do it tomorrow, most likely. But you never know. Depends on what hits me. So that's good from here. Hope you enjoyed Pocket Pennant Run 2.0 and getting a look at that between this game and what Dave Gardner and Kurt Berglund have already done. And also, if you look on YouTube, there is a Pocket Pennant Run channel. I highly suggest you subscribe to that. There are some demos done by Matt and Craig on those for the finer points. So certainly those are worth checking out as well. So until next time, hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.